Live here from the Milwaukee Mile for the Pizza and Wings podcast 180 around this 1 mile track. Di9 Designs NAOR series continues their season for what should be another great race. We just got done with practice and qualifying is now getting ready to start. And it was Pacey Wygant who led us in practice. I'm Joshua Coppernoll. I'm joined in the booth by Brett Bennett. Brett, how you doing?
I am doing well. I'm ready for some racing here at the Milwaukee Mile. Flat track, interesting to run on. Track we haven't seen a lot of here on JCTV, so going to be a fun night here tonight. Soon about to get underway here in qualifying.
Yeah, this is bound to be a fun one. We actually just had Milwaukee on JCTV. I believe it was last week. DNR Truck Series was pretty hard for drivers to pass. That's with the trucks. And trucks usually are hard to pass.
They're easier to pass than the next gen.
So we'll see. We'll see tonight. What's going to happen? But yeah, we had a interesting one last week at North Wilkesboro. It was pretty hard for drivers to pass that one as well. So we are just waiting for.
Yeah, hoping we can have a race similar to this. We're really last week very clean race.
Yeah, a lot of long green flag runs. It was a very good race last week. But Cole Snyder actually ended up taking the win, and it was on his birthday too. Drivers getting in position for qualifying. They're just waiting for the officials to tell them to go ahead and go. And it's going to be Jose Ruiz.
Yep. Only one lap for qualifying here, as it is a mile. The Happy Racing Challenge Toyota Camry of Jose Ruiz is going to be our first starter. Winner earlier this season at the Daytona International Speedway. Crossing the line to start his lap. And this track, all about getting to the bottom of the racetrack. You want to be right on that white line here. No progressive banking, nothing to really give you. You can kind of make the outside work, possibly in traffic, getting a big run off the corner, but it's not going to be as much of a thing in qualifying. As you see, Ruiz, or maybe, I could be wrong though on that, but Ruiz maybe missed the bottom there in 3 and 4. Little struggling to keep it under him there, exiting the corner. And a 31.5 for Jose Ruiz. Next up, we have the number 14 Happy Racing Challenge Ford Mustang of Nathan Lehman.
And if you're wondering what the banking is like here, I actually just looked it up. 9.25 degrees in the turns, 2.5 degrees banking on the straights.
So basically no banking.
Yeah, pretty much.
As Nathan Lehman comes to the line, 31.289 P1 for Nathan Lehman. And next up, we will have the number 17 Pizza and Wings Podcast Ford Mustang as Zachary Meredith coming to the line to start his lap. Good job getting down the bottom. You got to be really patient on the throttle here. These corners are long. Meredith maybe a little too slow there in the middle of the corner. Seemed like he really slowed it down.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, maybe not. 31.135 P1 for Zachary Meredith. Maybe that's the way to drive it. Like I've only driven this in the truck, so I cannot speak to the next gen. So next up, we got the number 76 McDonald's Toyota Camry of Kenneth Cheney.
I think got a little too high there, rolling through the center. Oh, he's gonna slide.
Kept his foot in it. 31.347 P3 for Kenneth Cheney. Next up, the number 36 Hard Rock Bet Chevrolet of Justin Quimby. Struggling to get the hard of the bottom there in 1 and 2. Definitely missed the bottom. It's going to hurt his time here.
Once again, missing the bottom.
And a 32.073 for Justin Quimby, P5 of the 5 cars that have taken time so far. Next out, the number 54 Happy Yak Racing Challenge Chevy Camaro of Braden Holt.
Doing a great job wrap at the bottom compared to we just saw with Justin Quimby there. And looks like Holt misses the bottom on entry.
Really struggling to get the bottom on the entry. Are kind of running almost a diamond line in 3 and 4. 31.092 P1. And next up, trying to prove that he was not washed after a very washed performance last week, the number 48 Lowe's Chevrolet Camaro of the alien Jonathan Parker.
Interesting. See there on the screen, he shifted all the way down to 3rd gear. Everybody else staying in 4th.
For qualifying, that might be the move. I know at Richmond last night in the SAC Coast to Coast Cup Series, 3rd gear was a viable option in qualifying, but it wasn't very stable. So usually we're in 4th gear during the corners, but you could downshift to 3rd as Jonathan Parker, 31.193 P3 of 7 cars. Next up, the number 22 Pizza and Wings Podcast Ford Mustang for Josh Arnold. And Josh Arnold, back in the car after a big hit at North Wilkesboro last week, managed to hit the wall gap.
Yeah, it was a brutal hit.
And unfortunately for Josh Arnold, no Auburn Tigers on that car. His Auburn Tigers today just laying an egg as much as the SEC has done in the NCAA tournament and losing to the Ivy League school, Yale. As Josh Arnold goes second fastest with 31.126.
Mike Campbell is going to be the next one out. He is just now leaving pit road.
Yep, now the number 71, Team Nigu, Ford Mustang and Mike Campbell. Campbell kind of struggled for pace this season, but actually seemed like he had a decent run at North Wilkesboro. Hoping to kind of keep building. Just letting him start his run.
Ooh,
He
wow.
locked up there in the 1 and 2. Yeah, locked up, missed the bottom in the 1 and 2. That's definitely not what you want. Going to try to diamond it off, maybe try to pick some of that back up. Misses the bottom completely in 3 and 4. Probably not going to be a great lap time here for the 71, and it will be a 32.421 P9 of 9 cars that have taken the time so far. Next up, number 45, 213 Simware Toyota Camry for Hunter Peach.
Hunter, a winner at Circuit of the Americas earlier this season.
Yeah, winning at his home track earlier this year. Far away from that here in the state of Wisconsin. At the second best racetrack in the state of Wisconsin.
$31,086.
P1. Next up, the number 16 KT's Designs Toyota Camry for Kyle Tubb. Or RT's. KT's Designs. That's what I was thinking, because Kyle Tubb.
That would make a little bit of sense there, Brett.
That's what I was thinking, because I just started saying R, then it looks like a K, but there's also like a swoop going to from there to the D that makes it look a little like an R, so. Letters. As Kyle Tubb goes 8th fastest, a 31.418.
Next up, JCTV special guest. He hates it when I say that. Trevor Burns.
Yeah, Traber, my teammate in the SAT Coast to Coast Cup Series. Came home, I don't know where he finished last week, but was second on the last lap. Had a massive send into the final corner. Just didn't quite work out for him.
Going to be a 31.373 P8 for Traber. Dylan Chapel is next. It's down to the bottom. Pretty good corner through 3 and 4. 31.248 P6 so far for Dylan Chapel. Jimmy Mensch, number 94. Bench is at the line going to be 31.319 P8. Giovanni Klein next out on track. Giovanni's been having a pretty good run so far this season. Overall. Yes, he's going to slide through 4. That's going to kill any time he had. 32.079 P14. Casey Wygant. Really good short track racer. Had a very good race going for him at North Wilkesboro. Led some laps. And he's going to be a 30.988 P1 for Pacey Wygant. Hunter Sr. is next out. He's just leaving pit road. New scheme this week for Hunter Sr. Subway Chevy. And Senior is making his way through turn 4.
Got a new paint scheme for Hunter Sr. here tonight.
31.240 P7.
Good qualifying lap there for Hunter Sr.
Chase
Next out, we
McGuire.
got the 9 Wings Chevrolet, Podcast Chevrolet, loose there off of turn 2. Probably not going to help his lap time here.
And struggling to get into 3. He also downshifted to third gear.
Thirty-one 5-1 for Chase McGuire.
Nick Capiak.
Yeah, Nick Hapiak coming off of another strong performance at the North Wilkesboro, wherever we were last week. My brain just completely blanked on that. Nick Hapiak, not a great lap there for Hapiak. 31.432 P14. Next up, we got
Cole Snyder.
Last week's winner of the Di9 Design Chevrolet. Patient there. I like that line. I liked how patient he was with the throttle there in 1 and 2. Time to beat a 39.88. Kind of missed the bottom there in 3 and 4. Patient with it, but I think that's probably not. I think that slip is probably not going to be enough to get him the pole here. 31.385 for Cole Snyder, P13. And that completes qualifying, I believe, here for tonight's race.
And indeed it will.
And while we got this warm-up, Josh, you want to go ahead and look at the upcoming schedule here on JCTV?
Let's do it.
Yeah, tomorrow night, track, I believe, making its debut on JCTV, possibly. Lime Rock Park, one of my favorite road courses. Going to be a lot of fun in the trucks there tomorrow night, even if I disagree with the temperature the track is at. That's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. one of several road course races we've seen in the last couple weeks here at JCTV. Coda in SAC last week, then Mosport, the doubleheader in Canada, Mosport in Montreal Monday and Tuesday night, then kind of finalizing it up here at Lime Rock Park for the AMSOIL Truck Series tomorrow night. That's going to be a lot of fun. Tune in for that. And then on Monday night, the TNR Truck Series returns. They're going to be at another track making its debut on JCTV. Track pretty new to iRacing at Kern County, or technically Kevin Harvick's Kern County Speedway. Track out in California. I've run a couple races there in the modifieds on iRacing. That's a really fun track. I think that's going to be a real challenge and a good time for those drivers. It's going to be a good race to tune into. It's a short track, but it kind of races like a hybrid between Richmond and Martinsville in some ways. So kind of going to be fun. That should be a lot of fun. Then the Slide Job Racing League is back on, or actually, because apparently I don't know my own schedule in the league I'm running, as the All-Star Race this Tuesday night. I do not believe we've gotten an actual announcement on what track that's being run at yet, but the All-Star Race will be there. Then ZASCAR on Wednesday nights.
And this one is kind of interesting, Brett. So the ZASCAR Cup Series is actually going to be on a bye week, but Dawson, who produces ZASCAR Wednesday night, was approached by Chase Gibbons, the main admin of ZASCAR, about their truck series that runs on Monday night, so we don't broadcast. Actually moving to Wednesday night for that for this week, which is going to be at Wild West. It's a track I'm not sure, but I believe
that's going to be okay. I am completely on board with this. Wild West is a off-road dirt track featuring jumps and hairpin turns. And with the trucks there, that's going to be a lot of fun. I think that's going to be a really fun race to watch here on JCTV. I recommend people tuning into that. So all kinds of tracks making their debut, and actually ZASCAR's Cup Series' next race, another debut, Sandown in Australia. Track I don't even know if I've even bought it on iRacing yet, but love those tracks in Australia. And then Thursday night, the SAC Coast to Coast Cup Series gets their mid-season madness tournament underway with the Kansas 175 at Kansas Speedway. Love Kansas Speedway. Had a lot of success there. Really looking forward to that race. Finally got a top 10 in SAC this past week, so I think that race is going to be a lot of fun on JCTV. See if the domination in that league of the 27 car will continue. And then next week here in the NAOR Cup Series, we will be another track that maybe making its debut here. I don't know if we might have done because I just don't think leagues have done a lot of it, but Bristol Dirt making its debut here in the NAOR series. So dirt racing twice next week. Actually, I believe we managed to hit every single type of track in iRacing over the next 7 days. Going from we got oval, dirt ovals, dirt road, and road courses. So a little bit of everything in this upcoming week. Going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we actually have had Bristol Dirt one other time on JCTV, which was way back in 2021. It was the Galaxy Cup Series. I believe it's been a very long time since I've thought of this race, but I was in the booth for it, and I believe it was won by Braden Proudfoot, but I could be wrong on that. Pretty sure he dominated that race.
You know, you're going back a long time when I wasn't part of these races.
So the warm-up is coming to an end. We have not done our picks to win yet. So, Brett, who do you have? Is your pick to win?
My pick tonight, I'm going to go with the 22 of Josh Arnold. I think he gets it done today. I think he's already had a bad enough day with Auburn losing. I think he picks it up and then goes and wins here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. He actually had a great qualifying run, and usually his biggest struggle is qualifying. So starting up front, I think he's able to get it done here tonight.
I'm going to go with Braden Holt. Really good qualifying run. Braden, fast driver. He's been looking for a win for a little bit. I think it's time. Let's go ahead and look at our starting lineup. And starting on the pole, of course, is Pacey Wygant. Hunter Peach will start to his outside of P2. P3, my pick, Braden Holt. Fourth place will be Brett's pick, Josh Arnold. Row 3, Zachary Meredith. In fifth, Jonathan Parker will start sixth. Seventh, Hunter Sr. Eighth, Dylan Chappell. Ninth, Nathan Lehman. And 10th, Jimmy Minch.
Yeah, and then the rest of the top 20. Kenneth Cheney will roll off 11th next to JCTV's own Traver Burns. 13th, last week's winner, Cole Snyder. Kyle Tobbs, who was outside 14th. Nick Hapiak, not a direct qualifying effort, starts back in 15th. Jose Ruiz next to him, 16th. Chase McGuire and Justin Quimby are on row 9. Giovanni Klein and Mike Campbell, the last two to take qualifying time, starting 19th and 20th. John W. Phillips is technically listed in 21st place, but is not here. Donnie Kite, though, did not take qualifying time, and he will roll off last shotgun on the field, 22nd. And I believe they have extended the caution care lap, so we will not be on green this time by.
Yeah, they extend the lap for us, actually. Appreciate that.
I appreciate it, but I would also like to get going. This track, lap time-wise, is closer to an intermediate than it is a short track. Half-minute laps. Might be a little bit of a long one here tonight.
This is the Pizza and Wings Podcast 180 laps around this Milwaukee Mile in West Dulles, Wisconsin. Track temp 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Ambient 73.
Unfortunately, 0% chance of rain.
Wind is 8 miles per hour, blowing northwest. We're getting ready to go racing here from the Milwaukee Mile. Pace cars in, green flag is out, we're underway.
Good launch for the front row. Second row didn't get a great launch. Pacey watching a clear for the race lead in the turn 1.
Beach gets in between Wygant and Holt. Zachary Meredith. He was making a move underneath Arnold.
Jonathan Parker clearing. Almost cleared Josh Arnold there for 5th. Maybe going to clear him here on exit, and he will move Jonathan Parker up to 5th.
Jonathan Parker, he's been struggling a little bit here in everything he's run on JCTV.
As I said,
he's admitted that he's not very good at the short tracks with this next-gen car. But running 5th, and tonight, I mean, could be the night he turns things around.
I don't know. I just think he's become washed, and he hasn't proven me wrong yet.
It's literally been a 2-week stretch.
I mean, I was ahead of him for most of the race at Martinsville. And I had an EOL, so he doesn't even have the excuse that I started up front and he started out back. The only reason he ended up ahead of me is because I got spun out. I got together with Nick Dwornik. And that he was also probably faster, but we're going to ignore that part of that. Yeah, first, everybody's kind of settling in here early. Kyle Tobb and Jimmy Minch right now side by side for 11th. Or sorry, for 10th. Actually, it is 11th. Never mind. Mitch going to get 11th. Traber Burns outside of the top looking for the 12th spot. Minch thought about slotting in line, not quite. Top still the outside of Traber.
Traber just holding him down there.
Kyle Top driving in deep. Dylan Chappell backed it up a little bit. Mitch going to have to check up. 3 wide.
Oh, Jimmy Minch loose.
The top up to 11th, Traber 12th, Minch 13th. Minch now under pressure from Nick Haviak.
Minch is out of the groove. Hapiak
Top run.
still there. Someone just got loose.
Snyder.
That was Cole Snyder.
Yeah, last week's winner struggling early here. Giovanni Klein looking to his outside. Traber Burns side by side with Kyle Top for a second there for 11th, but not quite able to get the move done.
Here Burns once again looking to be inside. He's going to slide up. Still side by side.
Zachary Meredith to the inside of Braden Holt, looking for the 3rd spot. A little bit of contact in the middle of the corner there. Meredith still to the inside. Jonathan Parker right there as well. Meredith gonna clear him here on the entry to turn 3 or turn 1.
It's Jonathan Parker looking to take advantage of that as well. So he's trying to edge out Braden Holt. He's going to be able to.
Yeah, Jonathan Parker able to move up into the 4th spot.
Hunter Sr. just completed a pass on Josh Arnold.
Moving up to 6. Josh Arnold now under pressure from Kenneth Cheney. And Kenneth Cheney inside of Josh Arnold. Arnold's fighting back there on the outside. Nathan Lehman also right there. Nathan Lehman, my opponent tomorrow night in the Amsoil Truck Series Bracket Challenge. Cheney able to clear Arnold. Lehman now looking as well. At the same time, Nick Hapiak under Kyle Todd looking for the 12th spot. Lehman able to move up to 8th. Josh Arnold back to 9th. Hapiak up to 12th.
And, yeah, it's going to be the second week for the Bracket Challenge in the Amsoil Truck Series. All I'm saying is go Lehman.
You know what? Also, Josh Arnold, as he's getting passed by Traver Burns for 9th, he goes up against Ethan Fonseca Moreno after the upset of Alonso Chicano last week at Martinsville. The 16 seed, Josh Arnold.
I don't have an opinion on that one. They're both PBR drivers.
Yeah, you and your PBR sign every driver in the league tactic.
But that is... Hey, SBLD has way more drivers, but Zachary Meredith just made a move to get to second. Hunter Peach is going to lose a bunch of positions. What happened to Hunter Peach?
Looks like he just missed the entry a little. Meredith dove to his inside, and Peach just didn't get a good run off the corner. Looks like he just lifted out to make sure he was clear. I was gonna say though is SPLD has not gone out and signed, I don't think, a single driver. We've just promoted our mechanics.
And your mechanics have left.
No, we still got mechanics. Promoted our mechanics, our PR guys. Matt Steiner, Shane O'Neill. Shane O'Neill's a major part of the SBLD PR machine.
Pretty all single file now, just biding their time.
Yeah, quick update for those following the NCAA tournament. The Nebraska Cornhuskers maintain their record as the only Power 6 conference team to have not won a game in the NCAA tournament, losing to Texas A&M, and unfortunately, the Vermont Catamounts fall to the bad guys, the Duke Blue Devils, as well.
Jonathan Parker is all over the bumper of Zachary Meredith.
Kyle Tom! He's up in the fence in 1 and 2. He got in the corner way too hot, locked up. Didn't make hard con it, but he's going to lose 4 spots. Chappell, Minch, Snyder, Klein, all getting by him, and now Chase McGuire looking to his inside. Fastest car on track right now is the 00 of Casey Wygant. Jonathan Parker. You're in the last. Oh, never mind. I am dumb and once again don't know how to look at. I'm dumb. Fast lap was actually Meredith last time by, and this time I believe it will be
Jonathan Parker.
Yep, Jonathan Parker with a 31.614. I was waiting until it cycled there. Some people back in the back, like Cole Snyder's running pretty even lap times with those leaders. Battle right now for the lead. 3 cars under a blanket. Wygant, Meredith, and Parker. Only 3 races left in the regular season here in the SAC Coast to Coast Cup Series.
This is the Di9 Designs NAOR series, and Jonathan Parker looking to make a move on Zachary Meredith.
For league I am talking about right now. Yeah, Parker not quite there.
Ooh, Meredith got loose. So that allows Casey Wygant to barely open up a little gap.
Yeah, and in fact, the fastest car on track last lap was Donnie Kite in 19th. It's Donnie Kite right now trying to get by Jose Ruiz for the 18th position. It's that time by Meredith fastest. Or actually, sorry, no, Nick Hapiak back in the 6th position, in the 8th position fastest.
Numbers are hard. Jonathan Parker looks to the inside of Zachary Meredith once again. They are side by side, entering turn 1. Parker will clear,
Not
maybe.
Clear. Now he is. Josh, I'm an engineer. I have spent all week staring at numbers. I'm struggling right now. I'll be honest here.
It's now Parker. He is in 2nd place. And he was a little bit quicker than Casey Wygant. We'll see if he can run him down, make a pass, take over the lead.
Parker was the fastest car last time around. Dylan Chappell under Josh Arnold. Moved Dylan Chappell up to the 11th position. Josh Arnold, Usually really strong on the long run, just really seems to be struggling so far in this race.
Yeah,
and just a note,
qualified 4th. He's all the way back to 12th.
Yeah, may have jinxed him here tonight. This race probably going to be a 2-stop race, by the way. Fuel window about 73 laps. Would expect to start seeing cars come to the pits probably around lap 60.
Trevor Burns to the inside of Senior.
Yeah, Hatback already got around him for the 7th spot. Traver now looking for the 8th spot. And Traver going to clear and move Trevor Burns up to 8.
It's Lehman going to try to peek to the inside. Going to tuck back into line for now.
And we're not super far away from the first little bit of lap traffic for Pacey Wygent. Starting to probably about 10 seconds ahead of him. Last time by, Jonathan Parker. Fastest car on track, only car in the 31.6s.
Brandon Holt was 31.5.
I just did stop with numbers tonight.
Hunter Peach is searching for a little bit of grip. Maybe a faster line. He's closing in on Meredith. And Jonathan Parker also, he is right on the bumper of Wygent almost. Had a little rough 1 and 2. Lost him a little bit of time, but Parker's doing a much better job than Wygent is right now overall, and he is looking to take the lead away pretty soon. Nate Lehman once again to the inside of Senior. Senior way up the racetrack.
Yeah, Parker's generally been quicker, but last time by, Wygent was the fastest car on track.
And Peach gets around Meredith. Meredith with the crossover. He's not going to make it work.
Move Hunter Peach back up to the 3rd spot. Wygent starting to consistently run a little bit quicker than Parker last 3 or 4 laps.
Riding on board with Jonathan Parker. Ooh, Zachary Meredith. He lost position to Braden Holt, and he was way to the inside.
Yeah, he got a little bit loose off turn 2 there. Good save for the 17. Cost him a little bit of time, though. Cost him about a second and a half. Pacey Wygant 10 faster than Jonathan Parker this lap. He's starting to pull away a little bit from Jonathan Parker.
Cole Snyder. Go ahead.
I was gonna say lap times have fallen off almost close to a second now since the start of this race. Not a huge amount of lap time fall off though, so probably not a huge advantage. Probably not going to see a 3-stop be a viable strategy here. Last time by, I don't know, Parker had a little bit of slip up, but Wygant was 4 tenths faster last time by. 2 tenths is now.
I was gonna say Cole Snyder's got up to Josh Arnold.
Yeah, last time by the way, fastest car on track, in fact, actually was the 02 of Traber Burns running the 8th spot. Traber and Happyak both been doing a good job steadily climbing forward throughout this race.
Chat, Brett actually was correct with who the fastest car was that time.
Am I getting called out?
Yes. Oh, no.
Good.
By me, yes. I'm wondering if Wygant was saving and that's why he fell back, or if Parker was pushing a lot harder and that's why he's now losing the time.
Wygant really has been more consistent. I think Parker was pushing, but I think Wygant also was saving some of his stuff. Hunter Peach now has caught up to Jonathan Parker, possibly going to threaten him for the 2nd spot.
Yeah, Peach is there with Jonathan Parker. And Parker's...
Yeah, Peach going to try to run the high line here. Oh, Pacey Wygant. Lost whatever my train of thought was there on Pacey Wygant.
Top 3, 31 nines.
Fastest car that time by was the number 76, Kenneth Cheney, and he has caught the back of the 17 of Zachary Meredith, and he's peeking to the inside from here for the 5th spot. Not quite able to get there as they exit turn 4.
Pacey Wygant got up to Mike Campbell. Gonna put Campbell a lap down. Next up is Justin Quimby.
Yeah, Kenneth Cheney to the inside of Zachary Meredith, looking to move into the top 5. And he is going to clear and move Kenneth Cheney up to the 5th spot.
Quimby running the same line Wygant is. Wygant gonna look to the inside.
And also Jose Ruiz was able to get by Donnie Kite for 17th. Donnie Kite had a big moment off of turn 4, almost actually hit the pit barrels. Just got loose, almost did a good job saving it, not hitting anything. It cost himself a decent bit of time.
And Wygent was able to get around Quimby. Jonathan Parker able to do the same.
Josh Arnold, by the way, has got in by Dylan Chappell to move up to the 11th spot. Cole Snyder now looking to try to get by Dylan Chappell for 12. Kyle Taub also right there. Taub going to take a look at peek on Snyder. Chappell kind of over the corner though. Going to give Cole Snyder a chance.
So Cole Snyder takes a peek to the inside once again of Chappell. Chappell drives it way high.
Yeah, trying to make that outside line work. Chappell going to get a good launch on that outside. Going to stay ahead of Cole Snyder, and here comes Kyle Tubb.
Cole Snyder's going to get clear.
Chappell moves Snyder up to 12. Kyle Tubb now going to look to get by Chappell for 13.
Kyle Tubb still side by side with Chappell.
Chappell drives it in hard on the outside. He definitely misses it though. I think Tubb going to have a good chance here to clear him. Jimmy Minch also right there. This is Cameron Meredith. Taub going to move Kyle Taub up to 13th. Also, while we were on that, Nick Hapiak and Traver Burns both got by Zachary Meredith for 6th and 7th. Big moment off of turn 4 for Zachary Meredith. Almost hit the pit barrel, almost spun up the track. Great save again for Meredith, but he's struggling with that car.
Hey, Brett. The driver of the 9 is Jace McGuire, not Cameron Meredith.
I was talking about Zachary Meredith, I'll have you know.
Yeah, but you said before you even started talking about Zachary Meredith.
We're on fire tonight.
He meant to the inside of Dylan Chappell.
This is what you get after a very long week of work. Ooh, Chappell in the wall.
Campbell is really slow on the front stretch. He's holding the bottom. I don't know what happened, but...
Oh, he got, like some other cars, he got loose off of turn 4, but I don't think he was able to save it. He hit the inside wall pretty hard. Damage to the left front. Love the 71. Chase McGuire has been able to get by the 99 Dylan Chappell for 15th.
Closing in on the leader once again is Jonathan Parker. He is within 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, Peach has also been closing in on both of them.
Parker.
Jose Ruiz to the inside of Giovanni Klein.
Parker just stalking Wygent.
Jose Ruiz able to get by Klein for the 17th spot. Yeah, and Parker is right there. Hunter Peach, also 0.2 faster than everybody else on track last time by.
Jonathan Parker makes a move to the inside.
And not quite there. And Parker's going to be careful. I think last time he got a little too aggressive trying to force the move. When it's hard to pass here, you really got to set it up. But he definitely seems to have the pace. Wygent's tires seem to be going away here. Parker, big run down the backstretch. Once again, going to try to peek to the inside. Side by side. That he's there. Trying to hold it on the bottom. Wygent going to pinch him down the track a lot. And Wygent going to hold on to the race lead. And Hunter Peach moving right in as Wygent kind of aggressive, block into the corner there.
Parker needs to make this move quick, try to get out, to be able to stay ahead of Hunter Peach.
Yeah, Peach has been gaining quickly. Only car in the 31-second bracket last lap. Now every car is dropping in the 32s. Other than Peach. Got them by Wygent fast to the 3 leaders. Park seems to be able to get right to the back bumper of Wygent, but then that, I don't know if it's dirty air or if he just trying to get by him using his tires a little bit. Also battle for 9th on Nathan Lehman side by side of Hunter Sr. Lehman looking to pass him on the outside. Josh Arnold also right there.
Senior taking a peek on Lehman.
Well, Lehman actually went to the outside of Senior trying to make the pass. Senior, they're going to hold the spot, and here comes Josh Arnold. Arnold going to clear Nathan Lehman, move Josh Arnold back into the top 10.
Hunter Peach actually got around Jonathan Parker.
Yeah, he just got a big run off of turn 2 and was able to drive under him into turns 3 and 4. 56 laps in. Still green flag running here.
And we have a driver down pit road. It is Traver Burns.
Oh, Josh Arnold and Hunter Senior a little bit as Arnold passed him for 8. Yeah, there's a strategy off Trey Burns. See him short pit there. Still 2-stop race from here. Gonna see him try to take advantage of those fresh tires. See, comes off pit road in 19th. Still ahead of Justin Quimby and Mike Campbell. First car 1 lap down. Hunter Peach, once again, only car in the 31-second bracket last lap. He's gaining on Wygent now. Also, Josh Arnold's caught Zachary Meredith. Arnold's been coming on now on that long run. Arnold to the inside of Zachary Meredith. The 2 Pizza and Wings podcast cars side by side here in the Pizza and Wings podcast 180, and Josh Arnold going to clear Zachary Meredith, move him up to the 7th spot.
Oh, Meredith got loose.
Yep, and that's going to let Hunter Sr. get by him. Hunter Sr. back up to 8. And how much tires matter. Traver Burns second faster than everybody else on track last time by. And Traver would be the lucky dog if we were to get a caution as of right now. Nathan Lehman was able to get by Meredith, and now Cole Snyder can get by Meredith. Cole Snyder in the top 10. Meredith saw him up as high as I believe the 2nd position, but is falling all the way back to 11th now. Struggling a little bit here on the long run.
Hunter Peach, he's had a very interesting line that he's been running throughout this green flag run. And I'm very impressed with how it's been working so far. Now, he was at the back bumper of Wygant, losing a little bit of time, but Meredith going to be the second driver to come down pit road.
Yeah, not surprised by that. He was falling back quickly. I assume it'll be 4 tires and a full tank of gas for the 17 as he comes to a stop in the stall. Maybe overshot just a little bit. And Traver Burns, by the way, currently has only 4 lead lap cars ahead of him, and he is running second to faster lap. As Zachary Meredith now off of pit road behind Traver Burns in the 19th position, 1 lap down. And Kyle Tubb, next car on pit road.
Lehman gets around Senior.
And we're side by side for the race lead. Peach, contact in the middle of 1 and 2. They're side-by-side drag racing down the backstretch. Peach with the preferred line here in the 3 and 4. Wygant can try to pinch him on the bottom. Wygant drove it in deep on the bottom. Going to have to try to give it up in the middle, try to get back down, and Wygant going to hold on to the race lead. Another one we haven't really talked about, but it's been kind of maintaining just 2 seconds back of this battle that we see between Parker, Peach, and Wygant. Braden Holt having a really solid run up in the 4th spot.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job. Qualified 3rd.
And how much new tires matter? Traver Burns was a little bit ahead of Zachary Meredith before the pit stops. He's now 12 seconds ahead of Zachary Meredith for that lucky jog position. And in fact, Traver Burns has caught Braden Holt and is only 2 seconds back of our race leaders.
I have no idea what just happened, but I think my PC went rogue there for a second. We're good now, but wow, that was weird.
Zachary Meredith, by the way, just ran the fastest lap of the race, a 31.086. He's running back in 18th, 1 lap down. And Mike Campbell has passed Justin Quimby for the 20th spot.
Traver Burns, he's going to be on the outside of Jonathan Parker.
Same time, Donnie Kite and Jimmy Minch battling for the 14th spot. Donnie Kite got to clear Jimmy Minch, move him up to 14th.
Zachary Meredith running away from Josh Arnold now. Is, of course, as mentioned, Meredith with the fresher tires.
Yeah, 73 laps is our anticipated fuel window. If you're going to make it on 1 stop, you're going to have to go 90. I don't think that is doable. As Traver Burns going to pass Hunter Peach.
Now Traber is going to unlap himself. Sees to the inside of Wygant.
Oh, Wygant pinched him on the bottom there. I would not have done that if I was Wygant. Clearly faster car, but he's the leader. He can do what he wants.
So now, once everything cycles through, Traver Burns, I assume, will be the race leader unless something wild happens.
He's going to be the race leader, and he's going to be the race leader by a significant margin. And he had good long.
Go ahead.
He had good long run pace that first run. He kind of steadily moved forward and just kind of was slowly gaining on the leaders a lot of that run. So I could definitely see him possibly playing himself into the race with this strategy. I'm surprised how long people are running. This is clearly a two-stop race as far as I'm aware, unless the fuel window is different than what I was told by Josh Arnold. The way this race has been going and how spread out people are, we're probably not going to see cautions at least before stops. By the way, Braden Holt just passed Jonathan Parker for the 3rd spot. Holt having a strong run here. And Nick Hapiak now coming to pit road from the 6th spot. And Nick Hapiak missed his pit stall. Mistake there for the 6 car. He just drove right by it. He started to turn in at the end of pit road, but he qualified towards the back. I don't know if he just didn't realize it or what, but unfortunately for Hapiak, he's going to have to go all the way around and come back down pit road. A really costly mistake there for the 6. Yes, Hapiak going to come back to pit road. That drops him all the way back to 16th place before pitting. Cost him a lot of time.
So, with what I was told, Josh Arnold told the drivers they could make it about 73 laps. I was told by another driver that you could make it 75 easily. You might be able to stretch it to 80. So we are in the pit window now. It is just a matter of...
We've been in the pit window because either way, it's a two-stop race. We've been in the pit window since about lap 50. I would have thought a lot of drivers would have come around lap 60, split this race into thirds. That would have been my thought of how green this race has been. Hapiak's come off pit road in the 19th spot, 1 lap down still. But towards the tail end of the cars, towards the tail end of 1 lap down. Hunter Peach, by the way, is closed back in on Pacey Wygant for the race lead as Jose Ruiz gets by Chase McGuire and Giovanni Klein up to...
One thing to keep in mind, getting on pit road here is going to be difficult. So it is on the front stretch, and then you have to pretty much turn left to get down into it.
Jose Ruiz gets by Chase McGuire for the 10th spot.
Hunter Peach to the inside of Wygant.
The battle for the race lead is on.
Caution!
Washing out.
Donnie Kite around on the front stretch.
Free pass, I believe, will be the 17 of Zachary Meredith unless he got an incident in that caution. Unfortunate for those guys who had pitted.
Little help there from Nick Hapiak.
Yeah, he got loose, and then Hapiak had nowhere to go. Unfortunate. As the leaders, all to pit road, 4 stops here. Led by Pacey Wygant, all the pulling in their stall.
The race off pit road is going to be Pacey Wygant, Peach, Parker, Holt, Cheney.
Parker able to get by Holt there. Arnold off up to P7 or P6. Traver Burns staying out. Cole Snyder up to 8th. Lehman 9th. Hunter Senior 10th. Jose Ruiz 11th. Chase McGuire 12th. Minch 13th. Giovanni Klein 14th. Dylan Chappell still on pit road. Zachary Meredith was the free pass. I expect he will come back down. I might come back down pit road, take tires here in a second.
Tell you what, probably the only driver that is happy to see this caution is Nick Kapiak after struggling to get into his pit box, had to pit twice, drive down pit road twice. Second time actually going to do his pit stop, gone a lap down. He's going to be able to take the wave around here, and his tires are really, really fresh. So I think this caution really helps Nick Kapiak out a lot.
No, he didn't want to see that caution. He had pitted earlier. He was going to make up a lot of that time he lost just on the pit cycle.
So Traver Burns stays out. He's on 24 lap old tires. Everybody else on freshies.
He's going to struggle here on this restart, but we saw this kind of has worked out for him in past races, so we're going to see how this plays out. Going to be a one-stop race from here.
Well, the pace car going to make its way into pit road. And green flag back out.
Side by side for the race lead in the turn one. Traber slips up the track a little bit. Traber not quite able to clear Pacey. Side by side still down the backstretch.
Traber
holding on.
Burns doing a great job holding on to it.
Yeah, Wygen going to lead that lap, but still side by side for the race lead. Pacey clear for a second. Traber, though, going to fight back still on the inside. Pacey able to clear. Move Pacey Wygen back to the race lead. Traber going to slide up in front of Jonathan Parker. Parker going to give him a shot for the rear bumper on the backstretch. And he's going to get checked up by Traber. Here comes Hunter Peach.
Yeah, Peach going to try to get clear. Oh, Kenneth Cheney locks up. This tires caution is going to come out.
Yeah, everybody going to do a good job of avoiding him. Yellow flag flies. A free pass will go to the 2 of Donnie Kite, I believe. Looks like Parker had the check up for Traber on exit, and Cheney, I just think, turned it left in reaction to that a little too hard. Lost the front. Started locking up, sliding up the track. Did a great job locking the brake, keeping it down there. And at the time of the caution, the reset, our top 10, Pacey Wygen, Hunter Peach, Traber Burns, Jonathan Parker, Braden Holt, Josh Arnold, Nathan Lehman, Cole Snyder, Jose Ruiz, and Hunter Sr. As you see, Donnie Kite pass the pace car here and get back on to the lead lap. That will leave 19 cars on the lead lap. Mike Campbell is 1 lap down and Justin Quimby 2 laps down. Kyle Todd. Cut. Kyle Todd and Nick Hapiak, the 2 waiver rounds from the previous caution, coming down pit road. Going to take 4 tires. A little bit of damage repair for Kyle Todd. Kenneth Cheney also came back down pit road and put a new set of 4 tires after that slide.
This is the Pizza and Wings Podcast 180. check out the Pizza and Wings podcast on YouTube and streaming services that have podcasts. I don't know like what all they are, but they're what all the streaming services are. But like Spotify, pretty much everywhere, and they're blowing up. They've got a lot of followers already, and they just started, I believe, in November last year.
Yep, give them a listen. I also got another update from the JTTV Sports Hub. Purdue avoids losing to a 16 seed this year, is able to beat Grambling State, so Purdue advances to the second round. Unsurprising result there. They will play the winner of TCU and Utah State tomorrow, or on Sunday.
Going 1 to green. I'll tell you one matchup I'm not going to watch, but looking forward to knowing the result tomorrow is UNC versus MSU.
Yeah, MSU just always difficult come tournament time. Tom Izzo, great coach. I don't know. I'm a graduate of Baylor University. Always want Baylor to win. Baylor started the year really strong and went and played a Michigan State team that was off to a poor start in Detroit. And Michigan State ran Baylor out of the gym like nobody else has all season. And if they play like that, they can beat anybody. So that'll be a fun game to watch.
As a Michigan Wolverines fan, I hope the Spartans lose.
Well, you should. Well, you've already won because you fired Jawan Howard.
Yeah, that is true. I'm not a basketball fan, so honestly, it doesn't really matter to me any. But we're coming back to the green. 95 laps to go when we go back green, which is now. Pace car's in. Green flag is out. We're back underway here. The Pizza and Wings Podcast 180.
Yeah, good restart for Pacey Wygent. Peach and Traver Burns side by side for P2. Bill side by side on the exit of turn 2.
Peach is going to get clear.
Yeah, now Jonathan Parker looking to get by Traver Burns. Traver once again on 20-lap older tires in the rest of the field. Parker going to get by, not quite. Traver's still there.
So Traver falls down to 5th. I think Dylan Chapel just lost some positions. So did Zachary Meredith. Lost a ton of positions that last time by.
Oh, Meredith had a big slide in the entry to turn 1. A very sideways, once again, a good save. Seen a lot of good saves tonight from Meredith, although probably not the kind of, probably don't want to be doing that. Probably not good for the tires.
Jonathan Parker trying to battle with Peach for that second position. Parker looks to the inside of Peach. They're side by side heading into 1. We are now at the halfway mark in this race. Kenneth Cheney gets past Chase McGuire. Trey Burns still 5th place. Josh Arnold is closing in. Burns doing a great job, though. Speaking of closing in, Jonathan Parker closing in on Pacey Wygant. Fastest car on track that last time by is his 48 Lowe's Chevy.
So far, Pacey Wygant, I believe, has led every lap here today.
Brett Bennett's already forgot about Traber Burns as Jonathan Parker is right there.
Yeah, that is true.
And Braden Holt in the background giving pressure to Hunter Peach as well.
The hole was really quick that first run. Also, Josh Arnold really had good long run pace. He's currently running in 5th spot. Might be something to look out for if this race goes green for a while.
Jonathan Parker all over the back bumper. Parker to the inside. Maybe? No, not quite.
Yeah, I think Parker wants to get by him quickly, maybe get that clean air out front. Parker, though, washes up in the dirty air there.
Parker drives it in just a little bit deeper than Wygant does. Jonathan Parker doing a great job. Staying patient, though. Nathan Lehman closing in on Traber Burns. And it is a big train of cars behind him. So once again, Jonathan Parker right there. Under 2/10 of a second. Oh, he tried getting underneath Wygant. Gonna cost him a lot of time.
Every time he goes for a move, he just slips up, not quite able to do it. Wygant's done a really good job defending that bottom, and it's really hard to make a pass on the outside. And
Cheney underneath Ruiz. Cheney's gonna complete the pass, but Cheney P10. Ruiz actually losing 2 spots there as Hapiak also was able to get past Ruiz that last lap. Nick Capiak gonna get around Lehman. Lehman tried to make the pass on Burns. Drove it a little bit too deep. That opened up the door for Hapiak to get on by. That puts Nick P8. And Hapiak is trying to get past Traber. Burns. Hapiak to the inside.
Hapiak needs to set it up on corner exit.
They're going to be side by side.
Again, though, he's got to set it up on corner exit, run behind him, get that run on exit, and then pass him on entry. His mistake is he's trying to get it on entry, and it's hard. You got to make the pass on exit. You got to set up the pass on exit. Behind them, Kenneth Cheney going to get by Nathan Lehman for the 9th spot. Kenneth Cheney moving back forward after that spin that brought out our last caution. Oh, Hapiak got a little loose there off of turn 2.
Kraber still leading this group.
And Traber minimizing fall-off is huge for his race. I expect him to be the final car to come down pit road for his last stop. If he can just keep kind of somewhat in touch, he's going to probably beat everybody to pit road by a wide margin. Could really play out for him if this race goes green. He was faster than the race leader last lap, despite being on 20-lap older tires. So Traber really showing great long-run pace tonight.
Cheney might have caught the wall off too, just a little bit.
Doesn't seem to have hurt him.
Donnie Kite, Giovanni Klein battling. But Jonathan Parker has caught back up to Pacey Wygent.
Also, Hapiak finally able to get by Traber Burns. Cheney going to try to follow him through. Continue will. Hapiak 7, Cheney 8.
Wygent, a little struggle on exit before.
Pit window, by the way, is open for the final stop right now. Don't think we'll see anybody come at least probably another 10 laps or so. I would expect to see probably Traber Burns in about 10 laps or so come to pit road. I expect the leaders would probably come closer to lap 130 at earliest. So 20 laps at least probably for everybody else.
Hunter Sr. and Jose Ruiz side by side. That's for 11th. Ruiz was able to clear. And Senior now under pressure from Meredith.
And Parker's had a really good entry to 1 and 2, able to close up on Wygent. Not quite able to get the run off.
Meredith is clear of Senior. Still all 21 drivers on the track. Mike Campbell 1 lap down. Justin Quimby is 2 laps down.
Parker once again is right on. Wygent just can't seem to make that move. And I'm sure if we hear from Dylan Parker post-race, he's going to comment about how hard it was to pass here tonight. I'm saying that he is not. He is driving entry hard. He needs to back up his entry and really drive that. I know I'm not the one to be giving Jonathan Parker advice. He is a better driver than I am, but he's charging entry, and I just don't think that's the way to get the pass done, especially the line Wygent's running. Like you see there, he drove it in low, and that's just going to wash him up and lose him time. He's better off driving it in a little high, backing up that entry, and then trying to get that launch out of the corner and try to set up the pass into on entry for the next corner. Zachary Meredith, by the way, has gotten by Hunter Senior for the 12th spot.
Wygent has led all but just a couple of laps here tonight. Just a little bit faster than Jonathan Parker that last time by.
And 36 car of Justin Quimby already 2 laps down. He's going to come to pit road. Parker's starting to fall back a little bit of Pacey Wygent.
Lehman, Ruiz, Meredith, Senior, and Tubb. All right here under a blanket. Meredith running a higher line.
Mike Campbell, by the way, about to go 2 laps down to a race leader. Pacey Wygent and clear Campbell here, as is Jonathan Parker. And Traver, once again, still running pretty even laps as the leader. He's down 9 seconds back, but still, he's going to have that pit stop advantage based on when he comes to pit road, which I would expect probably going to be in the next 5 laps or so, I would just guess.
Take a look on the ticker. See the laps since last pit. 42 laps ago for the top 6. Happyack and Cheney 36 laps ago. Trevor Burns 63. And Nathan Lehman 42. Justin Quimby exits pit road. Oh, bad spot there.
Yeah, that's going to cost Jonathan Parker some time. Probably not going to be that happy about it. Quimby now 7 laps down after a lengthy stint on pit road. I'm still interested to see when Traber's going to come to pit road.
He doesn't want to come too early.
But you also don't want to come too late. You're going to keep losing time just based on the tire offset. There is 6 tire sets, so tire set's not really a factor at this point of the race.
Zachary Meredith looking to the inside of Landon. And Meredith's going to get the position. Lehman with crossover, able to get back to the inside of Meredith. Meredith is clear and start driving away with it.
Yeah, 57 laps to go right now. See, I really want to see who's going to come to pit road first. If I'm Traber, I want to make sure it's me just based on the tire offset, but we'll see. He's got to be getting close to his fuel number, too, in terms of when he's going to have to pit.
This will be 70 laps for him. And
yeah, if I'm Traber, I don't want to go past lap 130. If I'm a leader, I don't want to go past probably lap 140, but I'd almost consider 130 if I was a leader and think about trying to jump people, but you never know. Also, Jonathan Parker's closed back in on Pacey Wygent. He is right there. Parker, one thing I've noticed Parker behind Wygent, he's not really tried varying his line at all. I know the bottom is the preferred line here, but you'd think maybe try to make a move, try to get something up going up top. Instead of just, you're not going to, the way Wygent's running a really good defensive line, and you're not going to get under him, I don't think. I think the move is going to have to be trying to set up a run on the outside, then maybe try to get a run down the straight and dive under him, but that seems to be the plan for Jonathan Parker.
Jonathan Parker still in striking distance.
And I think he's just trying to pressure Wygent into a mistake by running that bottom lap after lap. Not trying to go to the top, just patiently just kind of trying to put the pressure on Wygent. He's right there now. He gets thrown out the corner. Looked like he got a little bit tight, though, off the corner. Not quite there to make a move into 3 and 4. "51 laps to go this time by."
Another battle in the top 5 is Holt and Arnold. I just see them in the background at times.
Another JCTV. Whoa, as Parker sends it in deep. Not quite able to get there. Another JCTV sports update. The 4th-seeded Alabama Crimson Tide advance over the Charleston Southern Cougars. Michael Kruger going to be happy about that one. Alabama will play the winner of St. Mary's and Grand Canyon later tonight. That game will be on Sunday.
Nick Capiak, first one in pit road.
And he did make it to his pit box this time. He will go a lap down, but he's going to exit pretty good track position. And if I'm Traver, I'm kind of kicking myself there for letting Capiak, who was ahead of him on track, beat him to pit road. Yeah, I think Traver's going to be coming in the next lap or two. 50 laps to go that time by. And in fact, here come no, never mind. Thought I saw the other two pulling down the pit road. Back, you did not. Josh Arnold, by the way. Side by side now, Braden Holt. Still side by side in 3 and 4, tight racing there. Still
Real
battling. Holt pinched him down the track. They're coming up on the lap car, Justin Quimby. Things might get tight here. Capiak also closing on fresh tires right behind him. Arnold able to clear. Move Josh Arnold for. Another thing, if I'm Jonathan Parker, I want to beat Wide to the pit road because you're not able to pass him on track. Pass him in the pits here.
Braden Holt to the inside of Arnold.
Oh,
my
got his nose chopped.
Goodness.
Well, he didn't get his nose chopped.
Oh, Arnold harder to the outside wall.
Arnold just got loose and corrected. Big damage for the front, left, right, front of the 22.
He's still in the wall.
Oh, that right front tire is broken. He's going to try to get the pit road here. Looking for a gap.
There isn't one.
Yeah, he's just got to limp it around, and unfortunately, that's going to end any chance of a good finish here tonight for Josh Arnold. It looks like he just got a little loose, tried to correct, and unfortunately into the outside wall.
Oh, Hunter Peach.
Oh, I thought maybe he missed pit road, but no, he just got loose. Honestly, if I'm Hunter Peach there when he gets loose, if he could have, I would have gone ahead and pitted there because he could have probably gotten down to pit road speed there if he, instead of trying to save it up back up the track. Would have been dangerous, but he's going to lose the spot to Kenneth Chaney for 3rd and Cole Snyder for 4th. Braden Holt, by the way, just came down pit road. He exits in 18th. He is a 2nd behind Nick Capiak. Both of them 1 lap down at the moment. Josh Arnold's finally made it to pit road. Unfortunately, probably going to be the end of the night for the 22.
Hunter Peach, Trevor Burns coming down pit road.
The race right now is who's going to blink first between Wygen and Jonathan Parker.
Well, coming to 41 laps to go. Is still Wygant leading this race. Not far behind them is Nick Kapiak, who is lapped down after pitting early.
Yeah, that mistake for Hunter Peach cost him a huge amount of time. He's now 8 seconds behind Braden Holt. 9 seconds back of Happyack, who's the first car to pit.
Jonathan Parker down pit road.
And that's the call Parker had to make. Going to try to jump Wygant here with 40 laps remaining. Parker needs to execute on pit road here, clean into his box. I'd expect to see Wygant coming down pit road this time, and in fact he will. Race is going to be on. Parker needs a good outlap possibly to get by Wygant. Race lead going to be inherited by Kenneth Cheney. Wygant gets clean to his box. Thing to watch here is going to be the merge. Jonathan Parker is off turn 4. Wygant's left side tire is down. He's going to exit pit road. And here comes Jonathan Parker. Parker going to pass Wygant side by side. Parker going to clear him just barely. Move Jonathan Parker to the lead of the cars that have come down pit road.
Now Jonathan Parker inside of Chapel.
That is for the 11th spot on track. But battles for the race win right now between Jonathan Parker and Pacey Wygant. They are both still on the lead lap. 16 cars currently on the lead lap. Peach and Kite 1 lap down. Campbell 2. Josh Arnold still on pit road. And Justin Quibby 7 laps down. Kenneth Cheney right now our race leader. He pitted under that most recent caution, which was 60 laps ago. I don't think you can go 95 laps on a tank of fuel. I don't think even if he can, he would win because of just the difference in speed, but maybe you're going to try it here, Kenneth Cheney. As Cheney, Meredith, Ruiz, Lehman, Senior, Klein, Minch, and Chapel yet to come down pit road.
Senior and Lehman side by side.
Yeah, that's the battle for the 4th position on track right now. None of them, both of them have not pitted yet. Nick Kapiak's got it by Dylan Chapel. He's in 10th. He's 2 seconds back of Wygant and Parker, but they're both on fresher tires. And here comes Hunter Senior to pit road. Oh! Pacey Wygant was involved. Jonathan Parker was patient behind the slower car of Jimmy Minch.
Holy!
Pacey Wygant got in the back of him, and then Pacey Wygant just turns Jimmy Minch. Jimmy Minch hard into the pit wall. Wygant lucky to avoid him. R.I.P. Jimmy Minch. I don't know what Wygant was thinking there. No, Braden Holt. Bad case of ARCA brakes. That's probably going to end Braden Holt's night. Oh, this changes everything. Expect to see Cheney, Meredith, Ruiz, Lehman, and Klein come down pit road here, and they will. got a feel for Jimmy Minch. Nothing he could do there. Innocent bystander. And Pacey Wygant got away with that because Jimmy Minch got launched into outer space. Otherwise, Wygant probably would have had severe damage. And Wygant got even luckier, at least on my screen. He flashed up with a little bit of netcode damage from the 94 initially, and then it fixed itself. So Pacey Wygant fine, going to be.
He's 6th and 7th on pit road.
Interesting here. Traver Burns stayed out. Everybody else came down pit road. Jonathan Parker was first off of pit road. I believe he took 2 tires, though. Yeah, right side's only for the 48. Traver Burns stays out on 10-lap old tires. Kenneth Cheney, first car on 4 tires, will be P3. I honestly don't agree with coming down pit road for Pacey Wygant, Jonathan Parker, especially because they were on pretty fresh tires. Like, I just don't get that call to come back down pit road.
You said they had 6 sets. They were good on tires, and everybody came down. So
I get you're good on tires. A 3-lap tire difference is not worth fresh tire. Is not worth giving up. Especially your Pacey Wygant. You go from P1 to P8. I will take the 3-lap tire offset for P1 every single time. I don't agree with that call. Parker 2 tires, I kind of get, because he still gains track position. He comes out P2. He actually first car off pit road. But 4 tires there just doesn't really make sense to me. Another car I think we're going to want to look for on this restart, who had not pitted yet, Zachary Meredith. He's been one of the fastest cars on the short run all race long. He's really good for 20, 30 laps, and we're going to have about 30 laps to go on this restart. 16 cars right now scored on the lead lap. Tom, Merritt, McGuire, and Kite having to take wave rounds. 13 cars on the main part of the lead lap.
Going to be 30 laps to go when we go back green here in the Pizza and Wings Podcast 180. Pace car is in. And green flag, green flag.
Good launch for Traver. Parker got a little loose. Here comes Kenneth Cheney. Traver clear. Traver burns the race lead. And Traver's tires, not a big offset here. Oh, but he didn't block Parker. Parker to the outside. Cheney thought about trying to take it 3 wide.
Traver drove it in deep.
Traver to hold off. Here comes Cameron Meredith. 3 wide for P2. Contact between Cheney and Parker.
There is no Cameron in this league, but Kenneth Cheney. Oh, they're loose! Traver!
Doesn't save it. So, race leader now, Jonathan Parker. Followed by Kenneth Cheney, Zachary Meredith, Giovanni Klein. Haven't heard from him all day. He's up to P4. Pacey Wygant 5th, Happyack 6th, Lehman 7th, Peach 8th, Ruiz 9th, and Chappell 10th. And by the way, Josh Arnold, has returned to the track. He is 9 laps down. He's currently scoring 21st, but he will pass Braden Holt and Jimmy Minshew's days are over following that incident. Part of the previous caution. Jimmy Minch going to be our 21st place finisher. Braden Holt, our 20th place finisher. Cars further back, Kyle Taub, Hunter Sr. coming down pit road. Traber Burns as well.
Coming to 26 laps to go in this race. This is our 4th yellow we have had. But if you want to get into iRacing but don't have a PC, or you just want a gaming PC, head on over to martinpc.com and check out what they have to offer. Brian Haynes will hook you up. They've got lots of PCs that are all custom built, parts picked by hand. So like it's not like he just has a bunch of PCs already built. They are made to order.
Also, great customer service.
Yeah. So I talk about all the time how I don't have a Martin PC, but I really want one. Brett actually has a Martin PC, and he can speak, on behalf of himself.
No, Greg, I had all kinds of computer issues. I'm an engineer, but I'm a mechanical engineer. I am not an electrical engineer. I am not a computer engineer. I don't understand how computers work. I am not good at them. Technology just generally hates me. I legitimately have had things just break when I'm around them for no apparent reason. It's just the way my life is. Computers just hate me especially. Upgraded to a Mardon PC. First one had some issues with the GPU. Wasn't anybody's fault. I probably did something, or something just doesn't work out with my software. Brian Haynes helped get me fixed up. Have a current PC. I've had literally zero issues with it. I've had it probably about a year now, or maybe just under a year, but have had zero issues with it. Performs great for me. I'm running probably 140 frames on 1080p consistently on iRacing, which is a pretty graphics program. So, love on PC as we're getting ready here to go back to green flag racing here with 24 laps to go. Jonathan Parker and Kenneth Cheney front row.
And real quick, they also have more than PCs. They've got lots of other sim racing stuff, cockpits, wheels, and others. Check them out, martinpc.com. Green flag back out in the air, though.
Parker
and
didn't
stack
get
up on the
going.
bottom.
I don't know if it might be a black flag on Cheney. He beat Parker to the line, but I don't think he launched. I think Parker launched first and just spun the tires. Oh, contact! Cheney to the back bumper of Parker. Here comes Meredith.
Gonna be 23 laps. There go contact!
Oh, big contact! Wygen and Giovanni Klein! Nick Hapiak involved as well. Klein got loose, kind of with him and Wygen. Slight out for Hapiak. Dylan Chappell also involved. Cautions breed cautions.
See what happened here. Giovanni Klein just got loose, got into Wygen, got hard into the wall. And there's what happened in the background. Pacey Wygant, who dominated this race, led all but a couple laps early on, now with issues sitting in pit road.
So our top 10 here are going to be on this restart. Jonathan Parker, Kenneth Chaney, Zachary Meredith, Nathan Lehman, Hunter Peach, Jose Ruiz, Nick Hapiak, Kyle Tubb, Dylan Chappell, and Donnie Kite. Pacey Wygant on pit road, probably taking damage here. Unfortunately, Pacey Wygant, dominant car early in this race, just not going to probably go his way here today. Honestly, kind of got himself to blame, the contact with Jimmy Minch. Just being too aggressive in lap traffic. Trying to race Parker for the eventual race lead.
They're taking the one to green. We're going to see the green flag with 19 laps to go.
And 19 laps to go. Kenneth Chaney and Jonathan Parker in the front row. Last time Jonathan Parker had a really bad restart. Going to hope to do better. Restart zone here is those two lines on the front stretch. I believe restart zone is enabled. And how about Nathan Lehman up in P4? Haven't really heard from him all race. He's up to P4. Pace car pulling in. 19 laps to go here. Cars in the restart zone. Parker goes. He's going to clear Chaney in the turn one. Here comes Meredith. Zachary Meredith, the inside of Chaney, looking for second.
Chaney and Meredith still side by side. Oh, they're going to make contact now!
Around goes Meredith! Kyle Taub involved! Trevor Burns gets on the fence trying to avoid it. Caution flies once again. By the way, Mike Campbell has gotten lucky dog last few hundred. He's back on the lead lap. I believe Justin Quimby will be the lap lucky dog this time. We'll probably drop him back to 6 laps down. So to reset our top 10 once again as we are back under caution, race leader Jonathan Parker, followed by Kenneth Chaney, Nathan Lehman, Hunter Peach. Actually, Peach. Okay, Lehman is ahead of Peach. Peach just passed him. Jose Ruiz, Nick Hapiak, Kyle Tubb, Dylan Chappell, Donnie Kite, and Chase McGuire. Rest of our lead lap cars: Hunter Sr., Cole Snyder, Mike Campbell, Pacey Wygant. And then right now, Zachary Meredith and Trevor Burns are on pit road, taking a little bit of damage. Justin Quimby, your free pass there. He's now 6 laps down. Giovanni Klein, by the way, is left out of the session after that previous incident. He will come home today in the 19th position. So once again, tomorrow night, back here on JCTV, Lime Rock Park in Connecticut. One of my favorite tracks. I wish JCTV would make it out to Connecticut more often here on, well, the virtual state of Connecticut at least. Every track on iRacing in that state, I'd love racing at. I don't know if we've ever done anything at Stafford Motor Speedway here on JCTV, but that's amazing short track. Lime Rock Park, great short little road course. Going to see lap times in the 50-second bracket tomorrow night. Probably, I expect the pole time to probably be high 52s, low 53s, probably 53s because the track temp is 1,000,000 degrees Fahrenheit, courtesy of Cameron Caldwell and his love of high track temps. But going to be a fun race tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. Right and left turns. Going to be a lot of lap traffic to deal. Something you don't run into a lot on road courses, but that track's so short. You're going to see probably 4-second difference between the fastest and the slowest cars. And I'd expect you to be lapping people 4 or 5 times. Probably going to be a 70, 80 lap race. I believe hour time limit tomorrow night. And then I know other people tonight, me included, I'm going to be running 12 hours of Sebring starting here at 2 a.m. my time. Decided to start and the European split tonight. If Brian Smith, it's going to be a lot of fun as well. Hopefully I don't end up killing our car because Brian is very good in the rain and it's supposed to rain during 12 hours of Sebring. So very interesting special event coming with rain introduced on iRacing. About to go green here with 14 laps to go. Jonathan Parker, Cam Cheney front row, then Nathan Lehman, Hunter Peach, Jose Ruiz, Nick Hapiak, Kyle Tobb, Dylan Chappell, Donnie Kite, and Chase McGuire. Your top 10.
14 laps to go at the line. We've had 6 cautions. Space cars coming into pit road. Green flag back out.
Great launch for Jonathan Parker. Cheney able to clear into second, though. Lehman and Peach side by side for third. Oh, Lehman got a little loose. Peach can clear him for third. Here comes Hapiak looking for fourth.
Hapiak on the outside of Lehman.
Cheney's been running that line just a little bit higher up than Parker. He's been making it work for himself. If we can get a little bit of a long run. Oh, big moment for Donnie Kite. He's able to save it, keep it together. We stay green. Also, Braden Holt has returned to the session, 18 laps down.
Cheney all over the bumper of Parker, but caution.
Yeah, he needs us to kind of go green here. And I'm not sure what this caution is for. I'm not seeing anybody stopped right now.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Zachary Meredith. Let's see, he just...
That should
be
a caution.
Oh! Wow, Mike Campbell. Hard on the brakes.
That should have been a caution. iRacing there with a very interesting caution throw. He never really fully spun it. I know he slowed down a lot, but that should have stayed green. Nothing the admins can do. iRacing decided to throw it. Mike Campbell did a good job staying out of Meredith. So to reset our top 10 once again, Jonathan Parker, your race leader, then Kenneth Cheney, Hunter Peach, Nathan Lehman, Nick Hapiak, Jose Ruiz, Kyle Tobb, Dylan Chappell, Chase McGuire, and Donnie Kite. Justin Quibby going to be your free pass, I believe, once again. That'll put him 5 laps down. Braden Holt, by the way, returned to the session 18 laps down. I believe he has enough laps that he will pass Giovanni Klein. Assuming Giovanni Klein has not returned to this session, that would put him in the 19th position tonight. Yeah, it's Justin Quibby past the pace car to put himself 5 laps down. Going to be less than 10 to go in a restart. And I think Cheney's got a chance at this. He just needs us to stay green more than a lap or two because Parker's really takes off well on that restart. But Cheney's got some good pace right now. Traber Burns on pit road. He's still taking some damage. I really don't know where he got all that damage because he seemed like he really avoided that. When he got spun out, no one really hit him, but I don't know.
It was an accident a couple cautions ago. Giovanni Klein spinning. Traber hit the outside wall pretty hard.
Gotcha. Well, I saw that, but I don't think he had hit it that much. But Justin Quimby now on pit road as well. Lucky dog. 5 laps down right now. And next week, really don't know what to expect next week here on JCTV within the NAOR Di9 Designs Cup Series. Dirt racing, something we've very rarely seen here on JCTV. At Bristol. Completely different skill set required than pretty much you're going to see any other race this season. So maybe we'll see some people we don't expect up towards the front of the field. I'd still expect guys like Jonathan Parker to be pretty fast, but you never know as they're going to double up here. Jonathan Parker, Kenneth Cheney going to be your front row. Peach and Lehman, Happyak and Ruiz, Taub and Chappell, McGuire and Donnie Kite, your top 10. Going to have the restart here with 8 laps remaining.
Tell you, one driver that I know for a fact is looking forward to that dirt race is Pacey Wygent. If I recall, he is really good on the dirt.
Yeah, I believe won the JCTV Dirt Invitational. That race in this league and me, not always the best relationship, but
here we go. 8 laps to go at the line. Pace car is in, and green flag. Parker, great jump. Cheney gets down to the bottom.
oh, Cheney back to the back bumper of Parker. Cheney wants that race win here. Cheney still running that line a half lane up on Parker, and it's really working for him. But here comes Hunter Peach. Nick's able to move up to 4.
Contact in the background. Pacey Wygent hard on the inside wall. Caution is out. Once again, Wygent is ready for this race to be over.
Yeah, Dylan Chappell got loose. Wygent maybe avoided him. Maybe I don't know if it was neck cut or what, but yeah, hard contact with the inside wall for the 0-0. Caution flies. And we'll reset the order once again. Your top 10 now. Parker, Cheney, Peach, Happyak, Lehman, Tubb, Ruiz, McGuire, Kite, and Cole Snyder, your top 10. Gonna be close to a green-white checkered here.
You know, I was just thinking about dragging a driver in here to interview them, and I was looking for the pre-interview room, or in this case, what's called the JCTV lobby. You know, we're not even in the booth. We are in the lobby chat, which is my fault because I came in here first.
I'll have you know that when I click the join, I click JCTV Live, and then I noticed you were in JCTV Lobby, so I just moved to here. So, yeah, we're out here in the hallway of the press box here tonight.
Actually, rather comfy.
Yeah.
Hey, Travers, boys up the booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, it's going pretty good out there for you, and then things kind of went downhill, but you're still fighting, still P12. How's Ben out there?
A lot of fun. Had a lot of green flag run. Saw the front of the field. I swear this race played out exactly like Pocono for me. And then I just overstepped my boundaries. So, yeah, other than that, got caught up in a wreck at the end there. So I'm carrying a little bit of right front damage. But other than that, been fast. I think I can make it in the top 10 finish here.
All right, well, good luck to you. Try to get that top 10. Only a couple more laps to go.
Yes, sir.
Reset the field now. Top 10. Flores restart. Front row, Jonathan Parker, Cam Chaney, then Hunter Peach, Nick Hapiak, Nathan Lehman, and Kyle Tubb. Jose Ruiz and Chase McGuire, and then Donnie Kine and Cole Snyder, your top 10. Jonathan Parker leading the field here. Going to be a natural green-white checker here. 2 laps to go at the start-finish line. Pace car about to make the hard left turn down pit road. Green-white checkered here in Milwaukee.
This car is in. Green flag is out.
Good jump for Parker. Once again able to clear Chaney. Chaney clear into second. Peach and Hapiak side by side for third. Oh, top was around, saved it. Cars all running into each other in the back. We stay green. Chaney's right there. Here comes Peach to the inside of Chaney looking for second. That's just what Jonathan Parker wants to see as they come off turn 4.
Chaney got loose.
In the wall. Jonathan Parker takes the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Milwaukee.
Does Hunter Peach have anything for Jonathan Parker? Jonathan Parker, clear out front. He is off turn 4. Checkered flag waving. Jonathan Parker back into the win column. And, Brett, just because I really like you, I'm going to let you talk to your wash driver, Jonathan Parker, in victory lane.
Not as washed as I thought. Good win for Jonathan. I definitely think him and Pacey were the 2 fastest cars, and then Pacey just made a mistake, brought out that caution, and then just couldn't get the track position back with multiple issues. Pacey still able to recover for an 8th place finish.
Jonathan Parker burning it down. Let's go ahead and take a look at our unofficial race results, and it will be Jonathan Parker up top, Hunter Peach, P2, Nick Kapiak, 3rd, Kenneth Cheney, 4th, Jose Ruiz, 5th, Chase McGuire, 6th, Donnie Kite, 7th, Pacey Wygant, up and down day, somehow manages to get 8th, Zachary Meredith, 9th, and Cole Snyder brings it home in 10th.
Yeah, the rest of the field, Dylan Chappell comes home 11th, Traber Burns 12th, Kyle Top 13th, Mike Campbell 14th, Nathan Lehman gets kind of had an issue on that restart, drops all the way to 15th, Hunter Senior 16th, Justin Quimby 4 laps down in 17th, Josh Arnold 9 laps down in 18th. He had that issue under green. Braden Holt got involved in that incident with Jimmy Minch. Finishes 18 laps down in 19th. Giovanni Klein DNF's 20th, and Jimmy Minch hard hit in the pit barrels. Hopefully he's all right, and we'll see him next week. 21st place finish for him.
Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to our top 3 finishers. And we'll start with Brett, who has our 3rd place finisher, Nick Kapiak.
Yeah, Nick, good race here tonight. Able to recover for 3rd place. Good recovery after some trouble on pit road early in the race. Walk us through what happened on that early pit stop.
Well, I went in. First off, I absolutely blew my qualifying run. I don't know what I was doing there, but trying to fight through the traffic, this car is just so hard to pass. And I ended up frying my tires, so I figured, hey, maybe I'll short pit a little bit and maybe try to jump some cars. And I go in the first time and miss my box. Like, completely missed my box, so I drove all the way through the pits. Came back around the second time and actually, got the pit stop done. And then it came out, and I was trying to go hard to make up my lost ground, and the 2 got loose or something and came across my nose and brought the caution out, and I thought for sure my race at that moment was over. And next thing I know, I'm back up in the top 10. We got that rash of cautions at the end, and I just happened to do pretty good on the restarts and just kept gaining the spot here and there on those restarts, and next thing I know, I ended up 3rd. So it's 2 weeks in a row. I should not have been where I finished for sure. I feel like, especially today, I don't think I was really even maybe a top 7 car. But hey, I'll take it. It's good points day, and top 3's not anything to look down at. So
yeah, good, and a good result. 3rd. Gonna look to carry the momentum into an interesting event next week. Going dirt racing at Bristol next week. What are you doing in preparation for that? Definitely a different challenge going to be presented next week.
Try not to wreck. I'm not a dirt racer by any means, nor do I claim to be. So hopefully I'm just gonna hang on and hope for the best. And I don't know, maybe if this luck continues, maybe I'll be able to talk to y'all next week when I luck my way into a top 3. But I highly doubt it. So don't look forward to talking to me at all next week. So.
Hey, you're pretty good. The only time I raced against you on dirt. Able to get a 3rd though tonight. Anybody you'd like to thank here as we move forward next week and towards the end of this regular season here in the NAOR Di9 Designs Cup Series?
You guys in the booth for sure. I always look forward to going back and watching the broadcasts, and Juicy Spider Gaming. Mike is actually in the middle of moving right now, so he's he hasn't been online for the last few days. He's moving to Oklahoma from Colorado, so he's been a little busy. But shout out to him. I know he's working hard doing other things, but he's also been working hard on the channel behind the scenes too. And my parents. I mean, like I said last week, you know, my dad's sick. You know, still wishing him well and speedy recovery. Everything seems to be going good so far. And also, on a side note, Jose, I would like to apologize to. I got into him towards the end of the race there. I just kind of overcooked it and locked the front. Hit him in the door, and that was right when the O2 spun, so I don't know if it really kind of I know it put Jose in a bad spot because I knocked him up the track kind of right where the O2 was. So just hope that he got through it. And you know, that's one of the cars. I mean, I don't want to do it to anybody, but that's one of the cars that my dad sponsors, so I really don't want to beat them up. So apologies to Jose. I'm sorry. But anyway, guys, hopefully I'll be able to talk to you again next week.
We'll hope to hear from you then. Congrats again on third place finish. That was your third place finisher, Nick Hapiak. And Josh, I believe you have caught up with our second place finisher down on pit road.
Yes, I have. Hunter Peach, second place finish tonight. You had a pretty good run all night long, staying in the top 5 and really challenging with Pacey in a good portion of the early run. Cautions really stopped your momentum, but just kind of walk us through your race tonight.
Yeah, cautions, I guess, were the name of the game like last week. Had a shot at North Wilkes-Barre, and I guess the same exact result. This time I just didn't lose the car. But, you know, congrats to Parker. He ran great. I tried a little bit of... I know I was moving around the outside, started moving around when I got the pacing. I couldn't ever get around them because once the tires got old, I just couldn't pass on the bottom. So I started moving around a lot more, and then the second stint, talking to Braden a little bit, and we were, okay, you know what? We're going to run at 45. And I was about to pit, and I lost control of it. And then I was like, well, I guess now my race is more screwed than what it is. And then had to drive all the way through, and I was like, well, where's the yellow when I need one? And eventually I got one. I was like, oh, now we got to start in the back. And then every wreck just happened, and we dodged all of them. Got up to the third, and I was like, we can just get a run. We have a shot. And then just yellow at the yellow. I'm like, I can't do anything. Pretty chaotic, but it was fun to say the least.
And it looked like it was really hard pass out there overall.
I don't think it was too hard to pass. You just had to move up higher.
Yeah, I mean, you were doing such a great job, really setting up the passes.
I usually tell her, but I usually call it my Kentucky strat line. A little diamond strat. That's what everybody calls it, apparently.
Well, I wouldn't copy Kentucky after yesterday.
Oh, I mean, it works every track I go to. I mean, for the most part, if I can figure it out. But, you know, it comes down to all the brakes and all that. And then almost lost the car 3 times due to having low brake settings. And then somehow, I don't know how I didn't get saved of the race. Lost it. And then, yeah, chaotic, I guess.
Next week we head to dirt. How you looking to fare there?
Well, I'm excited. I'm honestly excited for that race because, you know, it's Bristol Dirt and it should be fun. But after the last 2 weeks, do I really trust it? Not really. But, you know, as a Christopher Bell fan, you know, I guess it gives me somewhat hope. I guess I got to do good since, I mean, the dirt track racer. But I know Pacey's going to be really good. He does a lot of dirt. But I don't really know beyond Pacey, who's phenomenal at it, and I don't think none of us have experience at all in the dirt. It would be fun to run in the rain just hypothetically for fun, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that.
All right, sponsors, shout-outs. Who gets it done for you?
Obviously, Fastlane, all you all do, and the broadcast. Pizza and Wings podcast for Cole, Zach, Kyle, not Kyle. I forget half of them. That's okay. I feel bad. but there's a lot of them. Dylan, Josh for putting on the league, and then 213 somewhere. Di9 Designs for being part of this league, and Nick for all the things he does as well, and everybody for how great they raced today. Besides all the little shenanigans to the end, which we know that's not how we race, but I think we can get it cleaned up because we pretty much proved we can race green. And once again, shout out to Parker on another win for beating me once again, which I'm tired of. I can't stand it. Even though Mellow Yellow is overrated, and you can tell him that. I don't care.
I will, because I agree with you.
Thank you. What is it then? What is the best one in your opinion?
Pepsi.
Pepsi's mid.
I don't like you anymore.
Well, I mean, Pepsi's not terrible. I'm not going to criticize it. But I think that's about it.
And hey, one more thing. I've been waiting for this one.
Oh, no.
This has nothing to do with the race tonight, but Thursday is opening day of baseball. Next Thursday, that is. Your favorite team won the World Series last year, and you know who they're starting off with? My favorite team, the Chicago Cubs, who are always so great on opening day, and then terrible the rest of the season. So you're going down.
Choke Cubs choke?
Yeah, probably.
Cubs are going to lose today? That's a song about it.
Yeah, well, that's not the words, but yeah.
It's okay as long as we got our boy Seager and Simeon, we'll be fine. We got a great team.
It's going to be a fun series, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Congrats on
them going to the championship game. That's the first I had them.
We'll see. Congrats on the second place finish, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, appreciate it. I'll try to do better next week for y'all. Maybe I'll give it a show. Might do a little Chase Briscoe or something, just ship it in there.
All right.
Y'all take care. I'm going to bed. I'm tired.
And that was Hunter Peach. Next up, we've got Jonathan Parker, who, of course, like I said, I'm going to let Brett Bennett go ahead and interview because he has his favorite washed driver in victory lane. So, Brett, go ahead.
Yeah, Jonathan Parker beating the washed allegations here tonight. Jonathan, how are you able to get it done here tonight?
Well, it really came on that, it's the one green flag pit stop cycle that we were going to have. I knew I had to pit one lap before Pacey because it was just the line I was running this race. It was so hard to really get a run and try and get underneath him. And he was so good on the high line that I would sit there behind him, overheat my tires, fall back a little bit, cool him off, make another run at him. I just could never get by him. So I was just like, that's the only way I'm going to pass him. And then whatever happened behind me happened. I don't even know what happened. And then
Pacey got in too hot is basically what happened, by the way. Like he shouldn't have went for a move there, and he did. And then he got in the rear back bumper, then washed up in the Minch, and then Minch slammed into the pit barrels, and Wygen got very lucky that he wasn't absolutely murdered.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, and then on that caution, because I only had 5-6 laps on my tires, I said, I'm going to take 2 tires. There's no reason not to.
I was shocked you came down pit road, to be honest.
Yeah, I knew you need at least right sides, so I took those, and then obviously Traber stayed out, and he had his troubles, and then once I had control of the race, I felt pretty good about my chances.
Yeah, and I was kind of mentioned up in the booth that, 1, you needed to pit before Pacey, and 2, that I was surprised you never moved up. Were you just not able to make that top line work for you? Because it seemed like that, a lot of people were able to kind of set up, you weren't really able to make the pass up top a lot of times, but you could kind of set it up top and then get that run off to try to make it on the bottom in the next corner.
Yeah, I just couldn't quite get it going. I saw the speed up there. It's just, I felt it grating my tires. I was like, I thought I could just work them over, and I was like, I'll just hopefully pass them on pit road, and then I did. I felt really good about my chances if they had gone green. I felt if I could have got clean air on him that I could have been able to control the race pretty well. So unfortunately, we'll never know how that would have turned out, and we had cautious precautions at the end there, but I'm pretty excited here.
I don't have to worry about you tomorrow night, right?
Heck no. I ain't racing line.
I figured you weren't. I mean, I'm gonna be like, I'm a second off the quickest guys, but I'm not bad. It's gonna be annoying, but because this is gonna shock you, Jonathan. The track conditions tomorrow night, like 135-degree track temp.
Yeah, that should be a lot of fun. I'm gonna have a lot of fun commentating that.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have fun up in the booth. It's not gonna be as fun out there because for some reason we can't have track conditions that are conducive to do great racing. But so Jonathan, also though tonight, able to hopefully carry the momentum. What's your plan next week? A very different challenge at Bristol Dirt.
No wreck. I suck at dirt. I'm not. That's. I wanted to get at least one more win before the regular season ended, and I'm happy we got it because Dega's Dega and Bristol Dirt, man. I'm gonna get lapped on pace there, so I'm not gonna look too hot. So,
I'll believe it when I see it.
okay. I'm not a dirt racer, so be prepared to watch.
You've also said you're not a road course racer, and then you're towards the front at road courses. So I refuse to believe until proven otherwise. You're an alien
Not
for
an alien.
90% of the time, other than being washed for about a week period.
Yeah, we'll get to that in the shoutouts.
Yeah, and last but not least, who do you want to shout out here tonight as you're able to get it done in the 48 machine?
Yeah, well, you're not the only one. There's a few birdies out there calling me Wash, and I would just love to say, why don't y'all win some races on JCTV? Lead 100-plus laps in 2 straight races over the span of 5 days on JCTV, and then you can start talking to me about being washed. But so I want to give a shout out to you guys first. But
Hey, I can't be washed because I've never been.
yeah, better be a has-been than it never was. I like to thank Lowe's Cobalt Tools, Jack and House and Noah Barbin for being my spotter and crew chief. And I like to thank everybody in the voice chat. They're doing 12 hours of Sebring. The race unfortunately isn't going that well, but it's going. It's going for sure. Sean quit wrecking the cars.
We've decided to do a 2 a.m. split that starts in 3.5 hours.
Oh gosh. Good luck to you guys.
Sleep is overrated.
But yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Christian Pacheco. He's usually in the voice chats. He wasn't tonight, but I'd like to give a shout out to him. He's my best friend in the world. I appreciate all his support he gives me.
I do have to say it just because you mentioned Christian Pacheco.
Oh,
Christian
man.
Pacheco stinks, but I do love Christian Pacheco. He is not nearly the worst driver in a slide job. There's much worse.
Oh, I'm sure he appreciates that.
I love Christian. I have no issues with him. But
Jonathan Parker, I have a message from Hunter Peach, by the way.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Mellow Yellow is terrible.
Yeah,
He's
well,
wrong.
Yeah, that's exactly why the 48 was up number 1 and the 45 was number 2. Or fueled by Mellow Yellow.
although Mountain Dew superior to Mellow Yellow, but
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you just say fueled by Mellow Yellow?
Yeah, I guess I should put that on the back of my car.
I'm going to have to let Josh Arnold know that you are tampering with race products and not using Sunoco E15 in that tank. Congratulations, your championship is now revoked and all of your race wins.
Dang it, man. You got me. You got me. I shouldn't have said anything.
Now, do you do this for every league?
Oh, there's Mellow Yellow in the fuel tank all the time.
All right, I am letting every league owner know that you run on. Anyway, congrats on the win once again, Jonathan Parker.
Thanks, cop.
See, he called me a cop. I'm good at solving these cases, man. I mean,
yeah, John. I lost my train of thought. This is very Brett Bennett. But yeah, it was a good job tonight, Jonathan. Looking forward to seeing you next week as we go to Bristol Dirt. Hopefully, we will see everybody there. Josh, I'll go to you. Close us out here tonight.
yeah, and I mean, that's going to do it from us here at the Milwaukee Mile. Jonathan Parker, another win, and an incredible season he's had so far. Has had a pretty rough last couple weeks, but rebounds and collects the win here tonight in Milwaukee. So that's going to do it from us here on JCTV. Tomorrow night, it is Lime Rock, and you are not going to want to miss that. tune into that. 7:45 p.m. Eastern time is when we're going to go live with the pre-show. And 8 o'clock will be qualifying, followed by the race shortly afterwards. So, big shout out to everybody makes this possible, the fans watching at home, the admins, drivers, and on behalf of Brett Bennett, I am Joshua Coppernell signing off, saying so long, stay safe, and we will see you next time.